people. It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics, man, is JAP5, man. So, what's the deal, good people, man?
Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Young and Hefe has some things to say to JAP5 and about JAP5 after JAP5 allowed his phone to be used in a conversation between Project Bo and WACK100 where his case was spoken about. That all being said, man, we finna jump right into this Kantiana, as Young and Hefe has said that he has now spoken to JAP5, and I would like to assume that some sort of, for lack of better words, remedy or understanding has been made, you know, as a result of them having this conversation. So let's just jump into this Kantiana, man.
That's been created, and y'all seen the clowns that's been clowning and the goofies that's been goofing. So I was put up on game about, you know, one of the goofies, you know what I'm saying, trying to implement my name in the crime, you feel me? And, you know, this same goofy, right, has got on the internet and it's like, hey, you know you didn't do it, I know you didn't do it, and all this stuff, but beforehand, that was not his approach. And I'm hearing this from like 3 other people, you know what I'm saying, that had talked to this dude and had conversations.
Oh, he's talking about Project Bo at this point.
This dude,
you might as well just say his name.
Dude that came out his mouth and told these people that I was responsible for this. He came out his mouth and told these people that I was responsible for this until he had to backtrack. And then in his backtrackness, you know, he want to seem tough and hard and, you know, calling me out my name and stuff like that and acting like he's standing on business, you know what I'm saying, when he's a drug addict, you feel me? As well, you know, I'm going to drop some content about going to court with the homie from Pablo's, you know what I'm saying, yesterday too, and he just, you know, pretty much summed everything up that I already knew. Like, man, that dude's a flunky, like, coming up with us, he was never on nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, Project Bo, you being politic on it sound like my boy.
You know what I'm saying? About the action, you know what I'm saying? None of that, you feel me? And I'm like, man, I already know, you know what I'm saying? I know a smoke screen when I see one, and the smoke screen is because somebody's mentioning my name or into it with you. You know what I'm saying? You just know who don't have that bravado. The way people were moving, the things they are saying, it's just like, man, you definitely ain't one of us, man. You ain't cut from that cloth. You know, a lot of dudes want to be cut from that cloth, but, you know what I'm saying, they just not. You feel me? And then when you got these dudes, homies, coming and just, you know, pretty much snapping what you already know and feel, you know what I'm saying? It's just like even crazier, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just life, you know what I'm saying? People gonna act, you know what I'm saying, fake it till they make it. Now, however, back to JAP5, so, you know, JAP5 ain't got caught up.
So, a real quick understanding that apparently Project Bo is nothing that anybody needs to be concerned with, it sounds like, from Young and Hefe's perspective.
And this goofiness, you feel me? So, you know, I had a video was sent to me with JAP5, you know what I'm saying, on tour, you know what I'm saying, with a few dudes, and, you know, I guess, you know, JAP5 had got a phone call from one of the clowns or whatever, and he was, you know, pretty much telling JAP5, like, you know, I was responsible for something that didn't have nothing to do with me. And amongst that conversation, and walks somebody else, you feel me, that, you know, constantly hates, constantly mentions my name, you know what I'm saying, just can't keep my name out of his mouth, can't keep me off his mind, you know what I'm saying. He walks in and mentions my name as well and finds out who on the phone. Oh, let me holler at him. And it went from there. So, in all that circusness, you feel me, I had, you know, called JAP5 out on it because, you know, it had went on his phone. And, you know, that was...
So basically, Young Ant wanted JAP5 to react the way that 4X's did when Adam started talking reckless to Spody Face on his phone. His 4X's pretty much, not even pretty much, he did take the phone from Adam and was like, hey, that's not cool, we're not doing that.
The merging of these two guys, you know, coming together and this plan being formulated, right? So, with me dropping that content, the content had basically hinted at, you know, JAP5, you know what I'm saying, being a snitch or whatever, or, you know, just, you know, doing stuff that's not unrighteous. I'm not going to even say snitch because definitely was, unrighteous, you know what I'm saying, and how I felt. So, I guess, that content went around. A lot of people was picking this content up, and a lot of people was, calling JAP5 a snitch, and, all the stuff, that comes along with, doing unrighteousness and things like that. So, talking to one of my folks yesterday, and,
again, I will maintain that I believe that JAP5 was kind of like collateral damage. I understand where young Ant could be upset with JAP5 for allowing that conversation to take place on his phone, but you know what I'm saying? It's just,
he's like, hey man, I got a video call from somebody, man. I think you should holler at him. So I'm like, oh, he like JAP5. So I'm like, oh, I bet. So regardless of
this call is being recorded,
I think I should holler at him. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna turn the chance to holler at him down anyway. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if my boy thought I should holler at him or not. You know what I'm saying? Because it was never no problem. You know what I'm saying? Or any funniness before this situation that happened. You feel me? Like we hadn't even talked. But I guess we both was fond of each other. You feel me? But we had never had a chance to speak with each other. So I tapped in with JAP5 yesterday, man. And I ain't gonna lie, it was one of the calmest conversations I had in a long time. It was a vibe for sure, and I'ma just step and say this. He one of the realest dudes. You know what I'm saying? That I've spoke with. You know what I'm saying? In a long time. You know what I'm saying? When you just having a conversation with somebody and they just saying all the right things. And I know I always tell people you can make your mouth say what you want to say, but which the way he was speaking and the things he was saying, you can feel the action behind it. You know what I'm saying? His speaking and the words he was choosing was action orientated. You feel me? To where it was just, hard to ignore. You feel me? And, I just respect, you know what I'm saying, his whole approach.
So basically, JAP5 was basically telling Young and Hefe that, hey man, you tripping on me. I ain't mean no harm. I ain't mean no blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But JAP5 is, basically, for lack of better words, had something good to say to Young and Hefe, so it didn't result in no more drama. So I could definitely respect and love on that.
You know what I'm saying? On the situation, and I don't know who raised dude. I don't know if it was his daddy, rest in peace to his daddy, or I don't know if it was his stepdad, Big Tony. But wherever he got his game from, and he chose to soak from, he soaked from, you know what I'm saying, the right person. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, we have to teach ourselves. So even if he taught himself, man, that dude got a beautiful soul. You feel me? I'm gonna say that first and foremost, man. And it was just a conversation. And you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to come on this net, right, and set the narrative straight, right? JAP5 ain't no rat. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no snitch or none of that. You feel me? Like on everything, he got caught up in somebody else's game. You already know the dude like the game, like to play these weird games. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it was. He just happened.
So that would be WACK100, who he's talking about when he says the dude. That's Wack. And basically, Young and Hefe saying that JAP5 was used as a pawn by WACK100 to facilitate hatred or flammery towards Young and Hefe. That's pretty much what the long story short is in the whole situation.
Be on tour, happen to be talking to one dude, and that other dude happened to want to talk to the other dude, and from there, that's where the plan came. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have nothing to do with this dude, and I'm glad JAP5, had left his number for me to tap in and holler at me, because he didn't do that. And he's a person that's on the internet, like everybody I've already heard speak about his name, like in a negative light. He ain't even answered them dudes back. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't said nothing back. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to get into no little internet beefs or anything like that. It just seemed like, he's focused on getting his money and rapping and stuff. You feel me? And just like I said, man, the conversation was so beautiful, bro. Like on everything. Like, it's one of the realest dudes I ran into in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Solid. Solid as they come, you feel me? And I just learned some things about him from that conversation. You feel me? Like you never who's watching, you never know who's admiring you. You feel me? So like I said, I just want to get that dude his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a beautiful mind. You feel me? And his well soul. You feel me? And a lot of people was out here tainted, and like he could have went the route. You know what I'm saying? Of these other clowns, you know what I'm saying, being that I mentioned his name and the light that I mentioned it in, he could have got back on the internet, you know, and try to throw some slander in or, you know, talk some ish, but, you know.
All right, man, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and check the rest of this out on Young and Hefe's page. The long story short is he and JAP5 have made a form of peace. So that's definitely a beautiful thing, man. We up out here to the next one, though. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. We go.
What it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Rapper.
Networx with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late.
JAP100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that content. We heard the cries, we heard the complaints. Now we don't got no intro, but we do got an outro with the same information, man. Make sure that you are tapped in. Make sure you dropping comments. Make sure you dropping likes. Make sure you subscribing to everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network, because we will be giving away some more Chiliana once we hit that 40,000 membership, 40,000 subscriber, threshold. We're gonna make sure that we give y'all some Chiliana, man. So make sure that y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all stay looking out. Make sure y'all stay right here at TNN Trap News Network. The news you can use, the knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit a good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna keep you updated on what's going on these YouTube streets. You already know the deal, man. If you enjoyed this content, throw the red dot to the left. You know the rest. We gone.
Hi, I'm WACK100. When I'm not snitching on the internet, I'm snitching in real life. For your own personal home security, call 1-800-WACK-ATTACK. We're first, law enforcement second.
Hey, I'm Adam22. Got an extra soul laying around? Be like Doughboy and WACK100 and sell yours today. One soul equals a lot of clout.
Apollo Jackson.
It's dangerous. Can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Mix it with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell me. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Mix it with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboard. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Just made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Niggas hella fake, I know we're enemies' intentions. I let it go until they click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Mix it with the bullshit, you can outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.